This is a slight review, or short-term review of the upgraded Ford Focus electric rear motor mount. So obviously this is the Focus ST, and the motor mount that came with the Focus ST was crap, to say the least. And this was an upgrade because apparently on the Ford electric, it had more torque than the regular Focus product. So this is an upgraded one. It's more stiff, and yeah, just the materials on it are just completely different than the actual stock motor mounts. So overall, I've had this in for about a week and a half, and it's not bad. Compared to the COBB motor mounts, it's basically the same thing, except not as loud. So vibrations at startup and vibrations when you're in a specific gear, letting the engine sort of slow down, like from 4,000 RPMs to around 2,000 RPMs are when you hear the most vibrations. And it's really, honestly, it's really, I don't want to say night and day, but I mean, there's a lot of difference in the actual vibrations. Definitely when on startup, not nearly as much when you're actually running the car. And I'll give you sound clips of that as well. But yeah, overall the performance in my opinion is the same. I don't get any wheel hop or anything, so let's just do. So you still get the vibrations when you're, in higher RPMs. It's actually weird when you actually get the vibrations, because the vibrations come in when you're in, really any gear, around 2,500 RPMs to around 3,500 RPMs. That's like the sweet spot of where all the actual vibrations come in. But yeah, at standstill, there's really no vibrations at all. And one thing with the COBB motor mount is that you could really feel when you were letting off the clutch. So you could actually roll the car forward without even noticing it. But yeah, here's sort of the sound. In third gear, this is 3,000 RPMs. Not really much noise. Then when you let it go down, the vibrations happen around 2,500 RPM. Yeah, that's the engine noise, engine noise. At 4,000 RPM in third gear. Probably loudest around 3,400. You get some vibrations here. And that's sort of what you get when you upgrade the motor mount. Anything stiffer will give you more noise and vibrations. But to sort of minimize that, not to mention that this motor mount only costs $65. $65, okay? And the COBB motor mount cost $160. $160 for, you can't really tell the difference, honestly. Let's do a poll in. So this is a little bit higher than I want to be. So 3,000 RPMs, and we're at like 25 miles an hour. So we're just gonna floor it, see if we get any wheel hop or anything. So we got the traction off. No wheel hop there. And we'll stop in this neighborhood just to get a little better, because most of the wheel hop is when you start going and accelerate hard, basically launching it. So we'll do a quick test of that right here. This is slightly uphill, but I don't think it's gonna matter too much. So traction off. We'll do a first one at 2,000 RPM. there's some wheel hop there, but quite honestly, you know, it's 32 degrees outside right now, and I have all season tires on, so quite honestly, you would get some wheel hop in this situation. And I did get wheel hop in with the COBB motor mount too. It doesn't get rid of it all the way, and especially for a front wheel drive car, this is sort of like the only upgrade that you can get to sort of get the power to the ground. But yeah, any overpowered car with more torque than it needs, like the Focus ST with very, very high torque figures, you're gonna get wheel hop, and that's just the way it is. I guess the point of sort of a rear motor mount upgrade is, will this sort of, you know, obstruct my daily driver? And I think the Focus Electric is definitely the best medium, especially for the price, where you see $65 for this. For stage 1 motor mounts, rear motor mounts, you have probably around, you know, 100 to 170 bucks, and then you have the stage 2, which also has a bracket attached to it, which supposedly is supposed to make it more stiff. Those cost around like $250. So for a slight upgrade and to minimize the wheel hop and the engine bump. The engine bump is another thing. Engine bump is terrible and I hate it. So, and that's what happens when you shift gears and basically the transmission is just slapping the motor, or the motor is slapping the engine mount in the face, and it's bumping up and down, and that's where you hear the voice. I heard something like that, the noise, and that's super annoying when you're shifting gears. 1500. So that's wheel spin instead of wheel hop. We like that better. All right, see you guys later. Thank you for watching. So we'll just do one more launch. We'll do this one probably like what, 1500? Drop the clutch on that one.